All right, guys. So this is probably just gonna be like a quick. I don't know if this is gonna be a whole video or whatever, but man, this is scary. So I started my car today. Drove it home last night. We put that whole oil cooler filter relocation thing. Sorry, I'll face this way so you guys can see me. I'm still like blown away. This is crazy. So I started up, right? We get home, and like the weird part is, man, like I thought I kept hearing something like at home last night, especially, or not at home, but like on the drive back home here to my place. And I thought it sounded different. Like something sounded different. So I fired up this morning, you know, I started and I hear like a little tick, you know what I'm saying? Like a minor tick, you know, I'm like, what is that? That doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Like you get that feeling when you just know you haven't heard that sound before and something just sounds different. I don't know, I'm really like sensitive to like to sound, dude. So like I take off my oil cap, I look inside, and like it kind of looks dry. Like there's no oil flinging around in there. And so I'm like, well, that's weird. Like I feel like there should be a little more wet, or you know what I mean, more saturated with oil down there. And so then I fired up again. Still, it gets a little bit louder at like a few seconds in. So I then take off the oil feed line because we don't have an oil pressure gauge. I was talking about this last night, guys, that we don't have an oil pressure gauge. We do, but it doesn't work like the factory gauge in the car. And I took off the turbo feed line. I look in the turbo, like the fitting, it doesn't look that wet. Started up the car and literally, I mean, look, there's nothing even came out. And I ran it for, I don't know, 5-10 seconds. You know, nothing came out, man. So somewhere in this, I don't know if it's the plate. Hang on, let me get this mic. I don't know if it's the plate. I really don't want to start the car again, to be honest with you, because I mean, that's not a good sound. I don't know, dude. This is so wild. But yeah, I think we have no oil pressure right now. And I was literally just about to go out and drive, and I'm like, wait a second, this doesn't sound right, man. So this is crazy. I'm gonna dive in a little bit. I'm gonna look into it a little bit more, and then worst case scenario, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and ditch the oil cooler, the whole, like that, all that stuff that we just installed, and just slap the filter back on to how it used to be, because at least then I know that we are good, and then go ahead and inspect why we weren't getting any oil pressure. So I'm still like in a state of shock, man. But I just want to let you guys know, like, just be careful. I don't know, like, obviously this kit has been used many times by my homies and stuff like that. So I don't think it's the kit. I don't know if one of the lines is clogged or something, but oh, damn, bro, this is wild. So Reverting just called and he was like, yo, when you coming to Florida? I was like, man, I wish I could come today, but dude, we gotta bump up our game a little bit before we can get back out there. So hopefully, man, the plan was to kind of leave middle of this month, like in like maybe next week, but man, I don't know if we can make that happen. I'll see. I'll try and pull some strings, or maybe we can, I don't know. We'll figure something out, man, because I really do want to go back. It's so much fun out there. But yeah, dude, I just don't really know what the issue is here. So, but yeah, man, I'm really lucky. And the best part is, like, looking at the glass half full here, which we like to do on this channel, I was so close to like just ripping on it last night, you know, just because it's so tempting, but I literally just putted home. Thank God I did, because I probably would have blown up this thing if I was hitting on it pretty hard. So that's crazy to think about, but wow, I'm just, whoo, man, this is scary. All right, so quick update. Removed the lines at the plate at the block, and not really much oil was there. Here, however, I took off the two that are actually holding on, or on the oil filter sandwich plate, and there was definitely oil in there. As you guys can see, we filled up a decent amount from the filter. So there was definitely oil in here, which is weird. So I guess, like I said, guys, the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do really quick is, sorry, I'm gonna kind of just sit you guys here while I work, is I guess just take off this oil filter. and then go ahead and just install it just to how it was factory, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, start there, and damn, I mean, technically that should be all we need to do. And then I'm gonna go ahead and inspect as to why this happened in the first place, because obviously this is not normal. Today's top tip: don't have a race car as a daily, I guess. All right, so got our filter back in its original position, and we got our little tester of make sure we got oil pressure right here. Just take the oil feed line off, guys, and toss it in like a little ice tray or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Please let us have oil pressure. Oh, I knew it. All right, let's try this again. We got our line hooked back up. We'll probably get a bit of smoke since all the oil that kind of flew out of there. All right, here we go. Way better, man. Oh, hopefully our turbo's okay. Hopefully you're okay, little girl. But it sounds way better. All you can hear is like a little exhaust leaks that I got around here, which I think the manifold is just warped. I do have new gaskets, but I'm not gonna put them on until I get a new manifold. So, man, sorry about the setting too, by the way. This was not intentional. But guys, I think we're all good to go. It might be a little bit cold, so I might not like the rev, but yeah, dude, it's way better. Hang on, I'm gonna try and show you guys inside the valve cover. And I kind of want to see how much oil splatter is going down, just so I have a reference for futures. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it's slinging oil in there now. Whereas before, it was not. You guys see that? Wow. I'm blown away, man. I can't believe that happened. So now the question is, why did it happen? I guess I'm gonna start figuring that out right now. Hell yeah, man. Woo. All right, guys, so we are at the parents' place, and I made a little pit stop because I actually forgot that I have an oil pressure gauge. Granted, it's not a really good quality one. Just a glow shift oil pressure gauge. So we're gonna go ahead and install this as well. I'm gonna go ahead tonight, going back to my place pretty soon. I'm gonna rip the bumper off and then just kind of dissect and kind of see what, I mean, there's gotta be somewhat of a visible and noticeable issue, man. I'm gonna check the lines, make sure nothing is clogged. Yes, and then after we have it all back together, fingers crossed, we're gonna go ahead and try get the oil pressure gauge wired up. All right, guys, so it's very cold. Clearly, I have like 4 layers on, including a very heavy winter jacket. Not really too sure why it's this cold. Not too stoked on it. It's like low 40s. It's like barely in the 40s, man. So it is what it is. I don't know. This is crazy, man. We gotta get some merch on the channel, man. Gotta get some merch, and all that money is gonna be going to, you know, traveling, mods, equipment, that kind of stuff, guys. So I gotta work on that, that's for sure. But today it is multiple days later, because I mean, it has been doing nothing but raining and being absolutely very cold out the past like 4 days. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the bumper off this thing, get to work, and kind of see what we're dealing with. All right, so quick update. We got the bumper off, and I got all the lines off, and I'm inspecting. Guys, I don't see anything wrong, man. I thought there might have been something blocking something, but nah, like we're all good, man. So not really too sure what went wrong. I don't know, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just put it all back together how it was, get this little guy wired in so we actually have a readout, And I guess fingers crossed it's good. I really don't know what it is. I'm gonna double check my routing and check the picture and see if it actually does matter. Maybe I put something in the wrong spot, but technically it should not matter. I'll be careful when putting on the block adapter plate as well, obviously, but yeah, man, I'm not really too sure what's happening here. So I'm gonna inspect everything once more and then maybe put it back together. All right, so I got everything all plumbed and wired up. You guys can see I have my sensor coming off there, going into the cabin. We have our lines. I kind of had to run them a little bit differently this time just because of I just changed up the routing a little bit. So I'm really hoping either it was a routing problem, and if so, I will let you guys know what I did. But I got everything all good to go. Everything's back up and connected. We have our oil pressure gauge all wired up and working. I just pretty much tapped into existing wires in the gauge harness. So now we have a working oil pressure gauge. I guess the next thing we left to do is start the thing up. So what the F? Why is there no oil pressure? I don't get it. Dude, this makes zero sense, man. Why is this happening, bro? What is this kit doing that it's not allowing it to flow? It just makes no sense. I guess I could verify. I mean, it sounded a little bit knocky when it was running. So there was definitely no oil pressure. I was gonna say maybe the sensor wasn't plugged in, but it's definitely plugged in. I guess I'm gonna keep on digging. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know, because I'm probably gonna go ahead and edit this video, get it up really quick for today, because I have been missing a few days, and I've been telling myself that I should not be. So I need to get back up on the grind, guys. The weather has just been a little bit difficult to kind of cope with and deal with, and make good content for you guys. So here we are. I guess we're going back to the previous setup. Well, I guess thanks for watching, guys. If you guys have any suggestions or ideas, let me know, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.